Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of FinanceHomeworkHelp.net and also Quality Business Plan. And what I'm going to do today is show you all how to create a template to solve for a bond price. And before I get into that, I just want to show you all I am a published author, and if y'all want to buy my book, what it does is it shows y'all how to work through time value of money problems. It's called the R-rated guide to passing your finance class. Time value of money. You can purchase it on Amazon, and that if y'all want to purchase a completed template already, you just go to my website right here, and I've got various templates for sale. All right, so without further ado, let's dive into it. And so what we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to figure out, we've got an example question here, and we're going to figure out how to solve for the bond price, given some different variables. So the first thing what we're going to do is we're going to set up our template, and I like to start off with a label. We'll call it All About Bonds. And then we'll go ahead and we'll merge this with a few cells. We'll turn it bold, turn the background yellow, just make it all pretty. All right, and then the next thing we'll do is we'll do our subcategories, which will be solutions. And then over here, we'll go ahead and do a data block. And then we'll merge our solutions. And then we'll merge our data block, and then we'll make it bold, we'll make it all pretty, pretty, pretty. And then we'll throw some yellow around it. Oh my goodness, just absolutely gorgeous. All right, so next thing we're going to do is we need to take some inputs, and the inputs are going to be a number. It's going to be rate. We need a rate. We need the actually we don't need the bond price. We need a payment. We need a future value. We need a coupon, and we need a compound. All right, so we got our structure set up. The next thing we need to do is we're going to turn this blue. And when we're making templates, when I make templates, any number that can be changed, I make the cell blue. And if the cell cannot be changed, if the number can't be changed, or I don't want you to mess with the formula, then I'll turn a cell gray. And for this right here, we're going to turn our answer gray, and we're going to be solving for bond price. All right, so now they've got to give us most of the information here in order for us to be able to solve for the bond price. So all we got to do, first thing we need to do, is we need to do a plug and play. And before we do that, I'm going to turn this payment cell gray because usually they're going to want you to calculate the payment, and we'll get to that. So the first thing we have is the bond value. The face value of the bond is $1,000. So since for a bond, when we purchase a bond, we're giving a company $1,000. We're waiting 5, 10, 15, 20 years for it to mature. And in that time, the company is paying us interest. They're paying us bond payments. But after that 5, 10, 15, 20 years is done, they're giving us our $1,000 back. So that's going to be the future values. The face value is also the future value, which is $1,000. Then we got matures in 5 years. So all that means is that we're getting our money back in 5 years. The coupon rate is 6%. So we're going to type in the 6% right here. And all the 6% means is when the bond was issued, the going interest rate or the market rate was 6%. After that, interest rates are going to fluctuate. They're going to go up, they're going to go down, they might stay the same, they might come back down and then go back up. Who knows? They're going to go all over the place. But we know the coupon rate's not going to change. Now, once we know what the coupon rate is, and once we know what the future value is, we're going to hit that payment. We're going to hit it hard. We know how to do the payment. So to calculate the payment of the bond, we're going to take that $1,000. We're going to multiply it by that 6%. So that's going to tell us the payment. So that means we get $60 payments every year. However, this is telling us it's going to happen twice a year. So we're going to go down to our compound. We're going to type in 2. And once we do that right there, we're going to start manipulating a couple of the variables. First thing we're going to do is we're going to divide that payment by 2, because that means we're getting this $60, but we're not getting the $60 annually. We're getting $30 twice a year, so we're going to divide it by 2. The next thing that's going to happen is, yes, we're getting the payment in 5 years. However, we're going to be getting paid 10 times because we're going to be getting this every 6 months. So we're going to take that 5, we're going to multiply it by 2. So the next thing we need to do is figure out what the rate is. The current yield in the market is 8%. So we're going to type in 8% right here for the current yield. So now what we have here is we have pretty much all the information we need in order to solve the bond price. The only thing that's missing is the actual calculations. So the way that we're going to calculate this to create our template is going to be to type in the equal sign. Then what we're going to do is we're going to type in PV. We're going to open up a parenthesis, and we're just going to follow the directions. It's telling us to go over and click on the rate. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to click on the interest rate, which is the 8%. And actually, before we do that, we're also going to divide this interest rate by 2 as well. Because the interest rate is going to be paying, it's 8%, but we're cutting the interest rate in half. Anytime you cut the double the number and you cut the payments, you cut your interest rate as well. It's just as simple as that, the way it works. All right, so let's go back to the bond price. It's going to be PV, open up the parenthesis. So we're going to click on the interest rate, which is going to be 4%, hit the comma, and then we've got the number. So the number is going to be the 10, hit the comma, payments 30, hit the comma, future values are 1,000, and then we can close up our parenthesis, hit the enter sign, and voila, we've got $918.89. So, and that's pretty much how you make this calculator to solve for the bond price. And let's see here. Now, if y'all want to be able to solve for all the other variables, I do have a template that I sell on this website right here, and it's called bond valuation template. Just go to this website, scroll down, and you can go ahead and purchase that. And so let me show you how this template right here works. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go right back and we're going to do the numbers like it was saying right there. And the number was 5, interest rate was 8%. And then we've got a bond price. We're going to come back to that. We've got future values of 1,000. We've got a coupon, which is 6%. And then we've got a compound of 2. Now, if you all remember, when we put all that information in here, it gave us a value of $918.89. When I put this information here, it gave me the same value. Now, if I type in negative 918.89, then what's going to happen is all of these are going to start to align, the bond prices, the payments, and then the coupon as well. So what this does is that if they give us, if they want us to solve for maturity, then we can plug in the information that we have here, and it's going to solve for maturity. If they want us to solve for bond payment, then we go over here, we plug in the information here, because they're going to give us all this other information except for the bond payment, and we'll be able to figure out what the bond payment is. This and this also template is also going to solve for the current yield as well. So hopefully this is going to be helpful for y'all. And if you need some help with some finance tutoring, please give me a shout at one of these 2 websites. And also, if you want to pick up my book, again, it's on Amazon, hardback, or paperback, or on ebook. And I look forward to working with y'all. Thank you.